Welcome again to the class. Today we're going to talk about the tummy and belly area and how stress can be held there, and thinking about our gut response to things. So if you start off lying down on your mat with your soles of the feet on the mat, as we usually do. Head support if you need it, if you know your chin comes up. And closing your eyes. Talking about how we can get stress in the belly area. So just place your hands lightly on your belly to help you focus and breathe there. And be aware of the calming sensations of touch. Physically, our bellies are at the centre of our being, although our focus on thinking tends to make us believe that we exist up in our heads. Losing belly connection can cut off our ability to listen and respond to what we really need. Digestive issues are a sure sign that gut messages aren't being heard, and modern tendencies to hunch or slouch put pressure on the digestive organs, with little opportunity for the stretching, compression and twisting they need. So connecting to your gut and its expressions outwards can help you bring this awareness into your daily life, during yoga poses or before meditation. So just focus on the awareness, starting to feel calm with a very gentle touch on your tummy, not pressing or anything. So your elbows are on the mat. The touch is light. Start to move your feet and hands a little bit. So releasing back towards the belly, pointing and flexing of your feet and hands a little bit, opening and closing, rotating joints, maybe shaking out a little bit. And that can release stress. And then gradually coming back to stillness. Your hands back around the tummy area, just slowly resting. Just being aware of your breath and what happens to your tummy when you breathe. Sometimes a bit of tapping around your temples, around your face, or anywhere else where you feel a bit of stress, just a bit of lightly tapping with your fingertips. That can help too. Then coming back to stillness. Your breath again and how your tummy feels. And then starting to walk your feet in towards you, bend your knees into your chest, go on to the right side, take a breath on two. And pushing yourselves up and come to sitting with your legs crossed. So you can sit with normal crossing. You could sit with an open siddhasana that we did last week with the heels lined up. So one heel and the other heel in front, or you could tuck the foot in if it's comfortable for you. So see if you can find a sitting position where you can relax around the lower belly and the groins and the thighs, but lifting the spine. Getting a nice stretch of the upper body all the way through from the tummy area. That's going to make you smile and breathe. And breathe in and stretch the arms up, lengthen from the tummy. Can you keep that length? Bring the arms down and perhaps come a little bit forward, either holding your knees. If you can keep all this straight and just bending from the hip crease here, then you can do a little walk forward, keep lifting the spine, and maybe a little stretch forward. Coming back, crossing the other way, whichever position you're in, but crossing the other way. Again, lifting up again, breathing in. Keep the stretch as you bring the arms down and come forward. And as you breathe out, pulling the tummy in and back a little bit. Then maybe you can walk a little bit forward, but only if you can keep the spine long and straight. Try not to tense the shoulders. Don't put all your weight forward. Keep some heaviness in the hips. Coming back. And breathing, coming up again. Little twist to the right. Left hand on the knee, right hand behind you. Breathing in. Breathe out, turn from the tummy. And breathe in and stretch up, back to center. Breathing out, keep the stretch. And point to the left, right hand on the left knee, left hand behind you. Breathe in, lift the spine. And breathe out and turn. Keep both shoulders down, don't lift the chin. And look a little bit behind you. And breathe in, come back to center and lift up. Breathing out, bring the arms down and get up and do a little sun salute. We need to encourage it a bit more these days. And keep warm, so coming up, taking anything out of the way, not block anything. And standing in a good Tadasana on the front of your mat. Feet together, legs together, tail down, your heart up, your brain down a little, so just chin down a little, arms by your side, and a good strong Tadasana. Hands into namaste. Breathe in, stretch up and back. Breathing out, fingers in line with toes, head down. Breathe in, bring the right foot back, knee down, up. Taking into plank. Breathing out, knees, chest, forehead down. Smoothly into cobra. Down into dog. Breathe in, step forward right. Breathe out left. Breathe in, stretch up and back. And into namaste. Breathe in, stretch up and back. Breathing out, fingers in line with toes, head down. Breathe in, bring the left foot back. Knee down, look up. Retain into plank. Breathing out, knees, chest, forehead down. Smoothly into cobra, down into dog. Breathe in, step forward left. Breathe out right. Breathe in, stretch up and back. Hands into namaste. Breathe in, stretch up and back. Breathing out, fingers in line with toes, head down. Breathe in, bring the right foot back. Knee down, look up. Retain into plank. Breathing out, knees, chest, forehead down. Breathe in into cobra, out into dog. Breathe in, step forward right. Breathe out left. Breathe in, stretch up and back. Hands into namaste. Breathe in, last one, stretch up and back. Breathing out, fingers in line with toes, head down. Breathe in, bring the left foot back. Knee down, look up. Retain into plank. Breathing out, knees, chest, forehead down. Breathe in into cobra, out into dog. Breathe in, step forward left, forward right. Breathe in, stretch up and back. Hands into namaste. Good strong standing posture. Feeling energized. And let's do dog pose. So, all fours. Spreading the fingers. Thumb and all the fingers. Middle finger in the middle. Bring the knees back a little bit. Tuck the toes under. Now, be aware of your core here. At the moment it's doing nothing, isn't it? Breathe in. Breathing out. As you suck it in, on an out breath, you can really get that lift high of the hips. Can you hold it there? Any higher? So feel the pull from the tummy. On the next out breath, bring the heels as far down as you can. Move your shoulders away from your ears. Your chest towards the thighs, thighs towards the back wall. Can you slide the shoulders down? And get the feeling that the weight is going back. Breathing. Take another couple of breaths. Just see what happens on the out breath. And bring your knees down. Come into child, but keep your arms extended. Bring the head down. Breathing, come forward. Now make a little movement to the right. Bring the hips in a circle. And then round to the left and round again. And just kind of releasing the tummy a bit. So twice one way. Come and then come back. Breathe and come up. So if you go to the right and go to the left. So over to the left, back and to the right. So just be aware of what the tummy is doing. Nice round. Just be aware of what happens. Okay. Down, back into dog with the head down. And then can we go into dog with the head up? Right. Are the thighs lifted? Heels back, the chest forward. The tail back, the shoulders back, and it's a stretch on the tummy, isn't it? You don't have to tense it too much, just allow it to stretch. Back into dog with the head down. And stepping forward into a lunge, just bring this right foot forward. Have this right angle here both ways, so have a look at that first. But make sure that's quite good angles. And then stretching up from there. Again, this is a stretch on the tummy, isn't it? Shoulders down. So if the whole of the front of your back foot is down, that should keep you balanced. And have a stretch up and maybe back a little. Breathe. And back to dog with the head down. Step forward with the other one. You don't have to bring it like we're doing sun salute. Just try and get this angle here of both legs. The front of the right one down now. Then stretch the arms up. Then feel the stretch in the tummy. You probably feel this thigh, right thigh working quite a lot as well, getting that stretch. Careful not to lift the shoulders. Stretch the arms. Breathe in and lift, breathe out. Just a small back bend. The tummy supports the back, doesn't it? And down. And into child. Toes together, knees apart. Just fold the arms with the head down. Couple of breaths there. Breathe in and come up. And a couple of yogic roll downs, but we do a little bit of pressing the tummy first. So lying on your back with your feet on the mat. And place your hands on your tummy again, like we did earlier on. Fingertips slightly together, very light on your tummy. As you breathe in, lift the tummy, the tummy will expand. As you breathe out, press it down a little and the fingers are together. And if you press on your feet, the tummy will go down without any effort. Breathe in and fingers separate. Forget about the shoulders and the chin not coming up. And as you breathe out, a little press down on the tummy. Press on the soles of the feet as well. Particularly the lower abdomen works. But make sure the navel's down as well now. So the whole of this area is working. And it's pushing down, but gently. And once more, breathe in. Good in breath, the fingers come apart, and as you breathe out again, press your feet. Now bring the arms back as well, and that's a really nice stretch. Make sure the chin doesn't lift when you do that, and then come down with the arms. Move the feet away a bit, and can we roll up? So we're doing just a couple of yogic roll ups and downs. Now you can move the feet away, but keep the feet on the mat. Tuck the chin in. Can you roll up a little bit? So obviously tummy's got to work here, shoulders down. Now you can bring your feet further away, that helps quite a bit. And if you can come up without any pushing, pulling, or anything with the arms, just with the tummy, see what you can do. If not, come up to where you can. So you can cheat and come right up now and stretch up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, round the back, tummy in and roll down. It's all got to be under control. So very loose in the arms, working the tummy, working the breath, and releasing. And breathe in, breathe out. Bring the chin down and work the tummy nice and easy. If you just get to there, that's absolutely fine. If you can come all the way up, breathe in. And breathe out, rolling down, chin down, chin down, chin down. And one more, breathe in, breathing out, tummy down, chin down, and come up. Length a little bit. And breathing out, nice and easy. All under control, every bit. And all the way down. And release. Stretch the legs out. Now straighten the legs. A little bit of lifting of the legs. So arms down, palms down. Unless you want to work harder, you can bring the arms back. But I might want to start with the arms down. So, it's a lying Tadasana, isn't it? And as you breathe in, now keep that left leg working. The left leg is in your lying Tadasana, and if you were on one leg standing, you'd really have to work it, wouldn't you? So don't let that come up. In fact, put your hand on there. Keep the hip back, the right hip and the leg up. And breathe. Can you open out the back of the knee, get a good stretch on the legs. It doesn't have to be right up here. Down there's fine, as long as you're working in the same way. And on an out breath, come down. Bring the legs together. Breathe in, come up again, lengthen the leg away from you. Use the lower abdomen as you breathe in, and then breathing out.
20 minutes.
If that's easy, you can bring the arms back and do it with the arms back. But you've got to keep everything going. Keep the legs straight. And then back to lying Tadasana with the arms up or down. And lift, keeping something down. Lift, breathing in and down, breathing out. All under control. Let legs to come together there. Breathe in and lift. Lengthen a bit more with both legs. Open out the backs of the knees and down. More stretch both. Lift. Is that right one working the same? You feel good. Tadasana. Coming down now. Arms down. Now only if your back is fine you can do two legs. So arms down, breathe in and lift, hold. If not, just do one again, breathe out and down. So to be under control, tummy working, back okay. Bend your knees into your chest, stretch the legs up. If you want to work harder, you can bring the arms back, or you can just be doing one at a time again. On the next out breath, tummy down. Can you do that under complete control? Breathing. Back to your lying Tadasana, the arms up. Bend one knee and other knee in, both knees into your chest, and stretch up. So once more, breathe in, so whichever way you're doing it, either do the other side, if you're doing one at a time. The arms can be down or up. On the next out breath, tummy under control, and breathing out. Smiling. And down, place one foot on the back, other foot on the back, arms down, bend the knees in, chin and shoulders down, and just have a little rock side to side, relaxing the tummy, giving your back a little massage, and release. So rolling onto the right side now. Pushing up with your hands, coming up, and coming up to Tadasana again. In front of your mat. And doing Utkatasana chair pose, and then we're going to do the twist with it. Okay, so let's start with arms up, shoulders down, palms facing, legs firm, and what is the tummy area doing? So it's stretching and it's compact around the hips and the area here. So I'm going to breathe in. As you breathe out, keep the legs together, bend the knees. Tuck the tail very slightly under. Can you keep the arms in line with your ears? And see how far you can go. Breathe, look up. Breathe in and come up, and release. Hands in Namaste. Again, thumbs under the heel of the hand under the breastbone there. Shoulders down, elbows out. Legs firmly together, breathe in, breathing out into your chair pose. Start to come forward, tummy in, and then bring the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Spread the toes so you're balanced. Turn to the left Hopefully one elbow will be on top of the other, the head will be centered, and just looking to your left. Breathe. Breathe in and come up to center. Lift. Breathe and breathing out, go down. The tummy's got to work. In back a little bit. Start to bring the outside of the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Start to turn one elbow on top of the other. Head centered. Looking to your right. Breathe. Breathing, come back to center and stretch the arms up now. You keep the palms together, lift up. If that's difficult for you to straighten your arms, then bring them apart. Shoulders down. And bring the arms down. So we do Trikonasana to get a side stretch. So feet nice and wide. And the left toes in, right toes out. Check the heels in line with the instep. Both hips are facing forward. Stretch the arms out, shoulders down. Breathe in, extend and stretch the right side. Breathing out, extend over. Now have a look at the leg, the arm over the leg. Can you bring it down just where it goes? If you can come any wider, do so. Stretch this left arm up. Turn to your centre, looking straight forward, and if it's comfortable for you, look at the thumb without lifting the chin. Are you all in line? Breathe in and come up. Bring the feet to the front. Turn the right toes in, left toes out. And the hips centered. And you're spreading the toes and are balanced. Stretching the arms, both sides, stretching the same height and even. Breathing, stretch the left side. As you breathe out, move the hips to the right. As you stretch, stretch, stretch. And down, just see where the hand lands. A little bit behind the leg. Stretch the other one up. Turn the chest to your front. Only turn the head if it's comfortable for your neck. If not, you can look straight forward, that's fine. Open and just be aware of what's happening in the tummy. Breathe in, come up, feet facing the front, arms down. And just a warrior one, feet together. Back of the mat now. Turn the right toes out, step forward with the left leg, edge it forward, be comfortable, balanced on the back leg, bend the right knee, keep it at a right angle or just off a right angle, stretch both arms up, strong warrior. We can do anything. We will overcome. Breathe in and lift, look up. And then turn it into reverse warrior, bring the right hand behind the right thigh, go back a little bit, feel that stretch in the tummy, and step forward, have a little wiggle out, walk back again, and then we're going to turn the right toes out, stop forward with the left. We did that before, didn't we, actually? Whichever one you didn't do anyway. Turn the hips to your front. Be balanced with the back leg. Stretch up strong. Bend the front knee to appropriate angle. Hips to the front. Look up. Lengthen. Bring the left hand to the back of the left thigh. Look up, breathe, slight back bend, and down, step forward, and release. Now we're just going to put our legs up. You can do it against the wall, which is really nice, or secure bit of furniture. If not, just on the mat, so lying down. If you're doing it just on the mat, place the block well underneath your lower back and be well on it. Bend the knees in, and wherever you are, stretch the legs up. Now, if you're doing it just on the mat, you really need to be supported right up to the waist, really. Now, try and get that balance where you don't have to do very much. Apart from keeping the tummy a little bit down, obviously, but not going back too much, you'll come off the block. Forward too much, and that's not good for the tummy, you can feel that. If you need to bend your knees a little, then do that, but let's just get some inversion here, which is really lovely for the legs. Just breathing. Another 4 good breaths. Feeling heavy around the hips. Very relaxed, the hips and the upper body. And if you're against the wall, the legs will be quite relaxed. And try and get that relaxation even if you're lying back without the wall. Bending the knees in, placing one foot down, the other foot down, or rolling if you're against the wall, obviously rolling over to the side to come up, come away from the wall if you're on the wall, and place your feet on the mat, arms down. Then bring your arms out to the side. We're going to do Jathara, which is working the tummy, shoulders down and the legs. So bring the knees in, breathing out, bring both knees up high towards your shoulder. Now if you can get them down, that's fine, but not if the left side's coming up. Try and bring them up and over, and then straightening the legs out. So be careful how you go there. Try and keep the body still straight, the upper body, as much as you can. If not, you can stay with your knees bent, that's fine. Keep the upper body centered, the left side down.
10 minutes.
Bend the knees in and come up back to center. Just have a look at the arms. I think my shoulder's back too far. And bend the knees in. On the out breath, keep the knees up, keep the right shoulder down, and go over to the left with both knees coming up towards your armpit. That might be enough for you. And try and straighten your legs if you can. Breathe. Now, are you keeping the right side down and the upper body still centered? Bend the knees in. Come back to center. Roll over onto the right side. Come up. And we just do a gentle forward bend. So in Dandasana, first move the flesh of your bottom away. Bring your arms back, lifting the spine, shoulders down, freeing the neck. And what does the tummy have to do? Be aware of it. Stretch the heels, bring the toes towards you. Breathe in and lift. Nice and easy going over. Keep the legs working. Rest of the body. Let it go. Let it go. See where the hands end up. The tummy, obviously you've had to pull back and in, and then you can release. Place your hands lightly on the sides of your feet. Shoulders down, elbows up a little. Can you release the head down? Keep the legs working. Just breathing. If you want to work a bit more, bring the hands round, you can. Back to the hands maybe. And release the hands. Be heavy. Fingertips on the mat. Breathe in and look forward. Breathing out. Breathe in and lift up. And arms out. And get ready for Shavasana. So it might be a little bit colder today, so you might want to put something on. Some socks and a top, or get a blanket. And lying down for your Shavasana. So I'll let you organise yourself. I think I need to put something on. So, are you lying with your head centred? Not lifting your chin, shoulders away from your ears. Just let the arms roll out a little away from your body and let go. Your legs a little bit apart and rolling away from each other and letting go, and gently closing your eyes or covering them if it's too light. Beginning to feel heavy and releasing all the muscles through the body. So heaviness in the legs, the arms, through the upper body, your face, particularly your jaw, your throat, your tongue. Your eyes softly closed. Releasing back, looking gently into your heart center. And now releasing your whole abdominal area. Stay in the tummy, watching the inhalation arrive, and sense if there's any tightness impeding the free inflow. If there is, focus on the location of the tightness and exhale directly into the center of the sensation. And repeat until the tightness soothes. Exhale in the space where the tummy used to be. It's just space. So you can stay there. I'm just reading about the greatness of the heart, just a little story from my book of soul food. It happened just a few years ago to two young children in a family from Illinois. The 8-year-old daughter became ill and was diagnosed with a life-threatening blood disease. A search went out to find a donor of blood compatible with her own. As she weakened, they looked and no donor could be found. Then it was discovered that her 6-year-old brother shared her rare blood type. The mother and their minister and doctor sat down with the boy to ask if he would be willing to donate his blood to save the life of his sister. Much to their surprise, he did not answer right away. He wanted some time to think about it. 6-year-olds can be quite thoughtful at times. After a few days, he went to his mother and said, "Yes, I'll do it." The following day, the doctor brought both children to his clinic and placed them on cots next to each other. He wanted them to see how one was helping the other. First, he drew a half pint of blood from the young boy's arm. Then he moved it over to his sister's cot and inserted the needle so her brother could see the effect. In a few minutes, colour began to pour back into her cheeks. Then the boy motioned for the doctor to come over. He wanted to ask a question very quietly. "Will I start to die straight away?" he said. You see, when he had been asked to donate his blood to save the life of his sister, his 6-year-old mind understood the process literally. That's why he needed a few days to think about it. And then he simply gave what is in the heart of every human being to give when we are truly connected. So you can bend your knees in or onto the right side now with your knees up. Support your head. Take a couple of breaths. Then push onto your hands. Come up to sitting with your legs crossed. Hands in Namaste onto the breastbone and just closing your eyes, centering yourself again. And open your eyes. Namaste, and being grateful for all the good that's in the world.